Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Franji or Fracrox, however you want to call me. I'm so happy for being back and I want to apologize for the time that it's taken from the last video to this one, but I'm happy that I'm finally creating content again for you guys, and I've been getting a lot of questions recently, mostly about the haircut. I just got a haircut today, as you can see. Pretty slick. It's a bit messy still because I just got out of the barber, and I posted in my stories today, my Insta story, and I got a few questions already asking about how to ask your barber or how to tell your barber what type of haircut you want. So it made me think, sure, I will tell you guys how I do it first, and then I'll give you some tips for your next visit to the barber to be more easier to get the perfect haircut. I'll explain you guys what I told them to get this cut, what I normally ask, and my type of hairstyles. So if maybe it's easier for you guys if you want to get the same hairstyle or anything that you like about my haircuts all the time. But first of all, I think about what I want. I always ask them, like today I told them to do a half fade. This is called a fading, is when they degrade the hair from very short to longer. And you have high fades, low fades, mid fades. I always like mid fades because if they go all the way up, it makes my head a bit like an egg. Probably if you see further in my Instagram, you will find it. But I always ask for half fades. This creates this effect. As you can see, it's not too high, it's not too low, it's right in the middle. So it makes your hair a bit more square, not too rounded, so you can still style your hair crazy and it doesn't look like different from the lower part. My hair grows all the way to the front. It's hell to control it. It's really bad. As I know you guys see my haircuts and it's easy, cool, messy. That's not that I style it perfectly messy, it's how my hair is. I just put some gel and it goes forward. But when it grows, it's a pain in the ass because I cannot do anything with it. And this length that a bit shorter is awesome. Some of you guys grow it back. I wish I could grow it back. It would be so much easier for me. But on top, shorter in the back and longer in the front. Which means it depends on how long you want it in the front. Like this time I want it a bit shorter, easier to control, just spiky a little bit or maybe a bit classy when I want to do it. And I went a bit shorter, but last time, if you guys see my Instagram, I had a very long front because it's also cool to style with this haircut, but it needs more time. And my hair is the type of hair that is really difficult to control. You need a lot. This is how I talk to my barber: mid fade, skin fade, short in the back, short in the front. And that's my hairstyle, guys, normally. And normally, sometimes I don't like the skin fading. I make it longer a little bit. It changes the whole style. It makes it more clean because this is really edgy and sometimes it could be really shocking if you're not used to this type of hairstyle, so be mindful of it. After telling you how I talk to my barber, I will give you 5 tips to finally get the perfect haircut with your barber. Know what you want. I never stress this enough. A barber cannot read your mind. A barber has the risk of getting the perfect haircut if you have maybe a clear idea of what you want. Number 2. Be clear, guys. This has been horrible for me in the past. When you are not sure or clear what you want, you are not clear to the barber, they think they understand, and at the end it's horrible. They do everything wrong or know what you wanted. But most of the time it's not barber's fault, it's also the fault of the person. They are not sure what they really want or how to ask for it. So be clear, think about it, just know what you want, write down the style that you like and just explain as clear as possible. Just think about this like when you're talking to a customer service that you want to talk about your problem, and you have to be as clear as possible for them to understand. The same is with the doctors, the same with anything. So the same for barbers, be clear. Bring samples, guys. I still make screenshots, save pictures of whatever when I go to the barber sometimes when I don't know how to explain it. And there are really awesome barbers online that you can see their work and really be amazed by it. It's difficult to explain what they did to a barber, so I would totally recommend to bring some samples, bring some pictures, and show them to your barber. Just say, listen, this is what I want, this is what I had in mind, and I'm sure you both can come to an agreement. So bring samples always helps. Any photos, magazines, phone, anything, just bring it, show it to them, and it's gonna be easier for them to get the haircut. Number 4. Know your numbers, guys. I know this is really strange, it's difficult, but by now I would recommend you guys to start knowing your numbers. What do I mean by this? The numbers of the cut you want. I have 0, 1, 1/2, 2, and then longer with the scissors. Know which number cuts you. This is not like a priority, but will make easier for you to get the perfect cut. I know it's, for example, sometimes I like skin fade, which mean like 0 or nothing at all, but sometimes I like the 1. So number 1 is also really short, but it's not as skin as this one. You still have some hair, and sometimes it's easier. I told my barber which numbers I want, maybe on top of half, so they know, okay, he means something longer, shorter, so. If you have never owned a hair clipper, just check online which numbers are there, how do they cut, and maybe next visit to the barber will be easier for them to understand which number and which length do you want. I'm aware of this, especially by now all barbers must know what you mean, because they probably be used by every customer telling them to be longer and shorter. So they are used to this for sure, but it will make their life easier. At least for me, I live in a country that I don't speak the mother language, which it makes it a bit more difficult to communicate sometimes. So if I tell them the number, they understand what I mean more clearly in a way. So know your number, check them online, ask your barber, hey listen, which number are you cutting with, or stuff like that. I'm sure they would love to share that with you. And if you never own a clipper, doesn't mean you have to, but it's nice to check online a bit, and then you can see more about the numbers. Number 5, we get to the last one, and this is very important, guys. Don't be afraid. I know it sounds out of context. What do I mean by this? Don't be afraid. I mean, don't be afraid to talk to your barber after or during or in the middle, or when they take a break on the cut. Just say what you want. Hey, I don't like this, I don't like that. I know, I've been there many times. When you get almost to the end of the cut and you finally seeing what they're doing, or you loved the whole process and at the end they do something and it ruins everything, just talk to them. Tell them, hey, don't do that, don't do this, I like it how it is, I like it shorter, I like back. And I know a lot of people struggle with this. Or if you see during the cut something you don't like, it already demotivates you a little bit, so you're a bit more, oh, okay, I just want this to be done. So don't be afraid, guys. Just talk to your barber. Come on, it's a service they are providing to you, and you have to be happy with it. And just talk to them. I don't like this, I don't like that. Do shorter, longer, or stop. I have said so many times stop. Mostly when they got on the front and they go crazy and then shortens to everything. But I'm sure like any barber would appreciate that, because they'd rather you to be happy rather than just walking out of whatever they did to your hair. So just keep that in mind, guys. I hope this helped you a little bit. Also getting your perfect haircut, and also do mine. Remember, I asked for this. It was medium fade, skin fade, which is the skin is the shortest. Medium is not as high, so you can see the difference. And on the top, I asked to be shorter and longer in front. That's my haircut. That's how I ask most of the time. Sometimes I vary from skin face, longer in the front. It depends, but this is what I ask most of the time. Let me know below if you have any further question with the haircut. Let me know if you finally could communicate to your barber. I would love to hear your stories, and just follow me in my social media channels. I will link them below, and I hope you like them. Remember, just talk to me and just comment below if you have anything else to mention, and let's move to the next video. Hope you like it, guys. Have an awesome day. Fracrox. Bye.